All right. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch chat? Just finished up a League of Sultai Shadow, going through a Jund Shadow League now, trying out Souls of the Lost, the new 2-drop from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. 1 in black for a star plus 1 spirit creature. As an additional cost to sack or to cast this spell, discard a card or sack a permanent. Its power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. So a lot of people likening it to like the Black Tarmogoyf, because star plus 1 gets bigger when it cares about your graveyard. The hope here is that we can limit the downside by either exiling or discarding like dead cards, discard Kroxa, cards to enable Unholy Heat, stuff like that, or ditch extra lands, sack extra lands, sack treasure tokens off Ragavan, whatever the case may be, to hopefully get us to Souls of the Lost not hurting us as much as it's being a good aggressive beater. The majority of the list I felt pretty comfortable with. The 4 Goy, 4 Shadow, 4 Bowmaster, 4 Rag, the Lightning Bolts. We ended up trimming the 4th Unholy Heat for one of the souls, along with the Questing Druid and the main deck Terra Sunder. So we'll see if those end up coming up at all. I probably want the main deck Terra Sunder because I think, especially with the All Access Pass out right now, going to see a lot of Beanstalk decks. So don't hate the idea of bringing the Terra Sunder back in, but we'll see what happens first. Sideboard, a Magus and a Blood Moon. Since we are just like base Rakdos with like this light green splash, we can kind of play Blood Moon pretty effectively. Plus we have Ragavan, Fable to get treasure tokens, Giganta in the board. We've got a couple Nihil Spell Bombs and Hearse for Grave Hate, couple EE for like Rhinos, anything going wide. And then up in the Veil of Summers because scam is everywhere online right now and we want to be able to combat that. So let's go ahead and jump in. How close are we? Do we have the tokens necessary for the showcase tomorrow? 44. We do. Might be an idea. If I find like a configuration that I like, maybe we stream the showcase. Who knows? Maybe we can find like a soft spot in the meta here and people are testing stuff. That being said, if the showcase is just going to be like scam, beanstalk, scam, beanstalk, probably doesn't sound like the most exciting event to play in. All right, turn 1 Ragavan, follow it up with Bowmaster or Shadow or something. Keep it. Scam off the start. Nope. Rag on rag violence. Kroxa is really good in the scam matchup. Especially when your opponent's on the play and mulliganed. Ooh. Ooh. And they hit our Souls of the Lost. So I guess we get to see how Souls of the Lost looks as early as game 1, but kind of on the wrong side. Are they going to play it? Coward. So I could go Shock, Thoughtseize, Shadow. But I think I kind of like just Shock, Bowmaster. Do I? Yeah. We'll see what they do. Maybe next turn we go like double Shadow, Fetch. Seize me back is fine. What you got? We are just like a red removal spell away from blowing this open. If we could go removal spell on the Dolphy, Kroxa, get one of these cards out of hand. Never mind. Scratch that. Not attacking. All right. That Catacombs is really nice because now I have the chance to just like fetch up a basic if I wanted to. And we'll just go ahead and get a Overgrown Tomb, play out Double Shadow. They go. Got lethal next turn if they draw nothing. Can't Furious. Like a Fable. They're dead to a removal spell. Not dead to a basic mountain. So let's think. If I play the fetch and attack, they have to chump a shadow. We'll keep back like keep back the army in case they top deck a Ragavan. Have to block a shadow. So, do I want to do any extra damage? If I fetch just a basic swamp and make this 5, That's probably fine. I know they got a Marsh Flats right now. Add Gigantha, say go. They like ditch 2, draw 2. I can just shoot the Dolphy. Okay. Said optimistically. Well, definitely one of the series of draws that could potentially get them out. Glad we didn't fetch and shock last turn. Grief. Dead to lightning bolt. Not dead to another Dolphy. Sack this, get Bowmaster. Bowmaster pings Ragavan, block. All fine. Oop. Death by your own grief. Love it. Love it. Sideboard. Veil of Summers coming in. Tear Asunder. Terminate. Spell Bombs. Kind of okay leaving the hearses on the sideboard. Drop some Rags. Drop some Thought Seizes. Call it a day. All right. See what goes on game number 2. I do think that Jun Shadow has had a really good time against Scam for me. So if you're thinking like Scam being 25% of the meta or whatever insane amount it is extremely concerning, and you want a deck that is, at least for me, putting up good results against it. I think Jund Shadow is my choice. Sure. Yep. What's the take? Spell Bomb. I feel like I would have taken Bobble before Spell Bomb, but what do I know? Ship that away. I was gonna say I'm snapping that Bobble on one land. That's what I would have thought. Everything else is pretty redundant. Bobble's kind of like the odd man out. All right. Give me a second land. Second land. We are the champions, my friend. Down, down. And we'll keep on going to the end. Bow, bow, bow. Got it. What you want? On Goif number 2? Deal. Hiya. I should have done that pre-combat. I didn't realize I didn't have an enchantment in the yard. Didn't even think about enchantment going to the yard. Abel, you got it. There's no way I can guarantee a kill here, right? Like, I attack. Nah. I was thinking maybe for a second, like, I've got attack, Bowmaster, ping itself to grow the souls, but I can't also ping them. Just go ahead and play you out. Carry on. Tarmogoyf 5 through 7. Yeah. This is probably better, but I've been toying with Dress Down Shadow with Thing in the Ice and Ancient One. How's it been working for you so far? I was trying to come up with what kind of shell I want to try Ancient One in. Sneep. Sneep. Little interaction, little Tarmogoofy. Little Bowman. Side note, can we talk about... Come on. We talk about this one right here. This Bowman, I didn't show my mouse. This Bowman on the bottom right that's got his mouth open, just straight up 180 degrees. Like, if that's not impressive, I don't know what is. Back. This bottom right one. Got like his tongue out and his teeth, but his mouth is just straight, like all the way open. There's no way that's healthy. You're right, there's a slight bend in there. But back-to-back scam. You. Ravioli, ravioli. Give me the formula. Opponent's scared. They're scared. They feel the power of the Tarmogoyf. I could dash rag, or I could just like Thoughtseize plus rag. I could dash rag and Thoughtseize, but then I'm open to like rag on the way back. Nice. Nice. No! Judge. Opponent's being a dick. Hope I've told y'all that story before. I was at like an SCG event or something, and there was a judge call like a table down, and the guy just goes, "Yeah, my opponent's just like being an ass. That's it." And the judge was like, "I'm gonna have to pull y'all aside separately and figure out what's going on." And his opponent's just like, "Yeah, there's no need. I was being a jerk." And this judge is just looking at him like, what? Like, what did I just walk into? No! Deck. This is the time that I need you to not flood out. We're like in this top deck war. Your two blind draws were Land Fury 2 blind draws were in fact Land Fury. Harshing my vibes, man. Well, opponent. My blind draws were land, land, land. Sack a land, draw a land. What now? Draw the win or the loss or both at the same time. Just draw everything. Dude. Can you brick? Please. I need this. I need you to not hit for a turn or 2. Or 7. Man. We were in such good shape earlier. All right. Well, at least we got games 2 and 3 to play. Man, that felt rough. I guess it always feels that way when a deck like Scam kind of hits the runners. What's worse, Tron in top deck mode or Scam in top deck mode? That's tough. So, like, I'm going to say Tron in top deck mode because I think it's worse when Tron goes, like, naturally drawn the Tron land and now just everything is a live top deck. Whereas Scam, a lot of their runner top decks are like Bowmasters or a Grief to cast on turn 4, where they're not like some insane, ungodly play, but when they just like aren't missing those things, you notice. But with Tron, it's always like that one top deck, that one blind rip of a Tron land or a map or whatever that just sets up the domino effect. You got it. Thought sees me all you want. Because all I'm trying to do is get to Croxa. And then maybe get to Croxa again. And then we'll see after that. Yep. So for everybody keeping score at home, Kroxa has gotten 2 cards out of our opponent's hand already. Or after we get it back here, it'll have gotten 2 cards out of their hand. If they have to terminate it, that'll be a 3rd card. All right. I was going to say, if they had like Dolphy land terminate, that would suck. But without that sequence, I'm kind of assuming their last card is a terminate. So let's go fetch and shock. Play out Shadow. Add Gigantha. Pass. Yes! Kroxa! Kroxa soloing there. 3 cards out of hand. 6/6 body they can't deal with. Now we're back on the draw. So I kind of like keeping in 2 Thoughtseize on the play and then like board back out to a Ragavan on the draw. So if your opponent like Thoughtseizes you, you've got a pretty good turn 1 play. Or they're kind of like pressured into taking Ragavan. If they have Boatmaster, obviously it sucks, but how's things been going? Ran around to DoorDash. Nice. Got to make that bread. Then deliver that bread. We ended up one of Ragavan. We ended up 3-2 in the Sultai League. Lost to some pretty hard flood against Amulet. No, Amulet Titan. We just didn't do anything relevant. The other one we lost. I already forgot what it was, but we're on to Jun now, and we won round 1 against Scam. We're against Scam again round 2. I really like Souls, but I like trying it out. I feel like there's not a lot of harm in giving it a shot. All right. So I'm going to hold on to sacking this Bauble. If they fetch, then I'd crack it. If they don't go to their turn, then I can like Bowmaster. I assume they're going to Bowmaster my Ragavan. Yep. Been performing well for me. We've only cast it once, and it did pretty well. So pass back. So yeah, Bowmaster. Being their Bowmaster, because apparently that's all we can do this game. Third Bowman from OPM coming. That would suck. I can play around it. Got it. I really thought it was about to be. I'm not going to lie. All right. Hmm. I kind of like Tear Asunder the Fable to make them draw the ley line here. But at the same time, I could just Souls of the Lost, sack the army token, hold up Veil of Summer. That seems pretty decent. Yeah, I like not giving them a redraw, but at the same time, they can attack in with the Shaman. I guess I'm just double blocking if I do that. Like, Tear Asunder here. Spell Bomb, double block the Shaman. Take 2, untap, place Souls. Oh, I could play Souls and, like, sack. Or I'd have to have another black. What if they grief? We've got 2 unknowns. If one of them's grief and they get to attack in, take my souls. I don't like that. So yeah. Sack a permanent. The shaman token. So if they attack in, I can just trade off with the orc army and not have to expose Souls of the Lost to a fury. Oh, that kind of sucks. Hmm. Let's just pass. I can attack with the souls. Right. If I attack with souls and they don't block, or if they like gang block, then I can sack Catacomb Spell Bomb. It grows to a 6/7. Yeah. That third bowman. So this resolves. I let them target and then Veil of Summer. Because they can't target me or anything off the draw off Veil anyway. If they have nothing, can I kill them on the crackback? I would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 6. Tear asunder here. This goes to 5. 6 off the spell bomb. I have to find another removal spell. Two cards. They haven't played a land. If I double block on a shaman, I take 5, go to 8. Bowmaster goes to the yard, pumps the souls to a 5. 6 off the fetch, 7 off the spell bomb. I think I can get it to where like any removal spell is lethal. All right, I gotta take it. I am dead to a bolt from them. We go fetch. Shock. Lightning bolt. The Bowmaster. Oh, we've been in super sketch territory for a minute now. You don't have fourth. All right. I was going to say fourth Bowmaster. Souls is terminated. Eight, 9. Layout shadow. Tear asunder the reflection. Say go. All I can do. Brief. Yep. Kozilek's return off the top. It's dead. Ugh. Where did I lose that one? I mean, I don't even know if I want to say like we lost that one. We just found a bunch of like 1-for-1s, like lightning bolts and threats, when our opponent was finding 2-for-1s with Bowmasters and Fables. Maybe tear us under the first Fable, but like the first Fable didn't end up doing anything because they top decked a Bowmaster, played it out. We killed their Bowmaster, and then they didn't, or no, they did ley line off of it, and we pinged a Shaman token. So maybe, but I don't think we were killing them before they got the second Fable anyway. So it's close. Yeah, the Terminate definitely hurt. All right. We're keeping the sketchy 7. We know what'll happen if we don't. They're not on 4 Terminate, are they? I don't know. I've seen lists on Terminate, like up to 4 Terminate. I've seen lists on Molten Collapse recently. Oh boy. The old Rhinos. Some Rhinos lists have been playing the counter trigger Merfolk, the Tidebinder. I believe that. It's a lot of brazen borrowers. Land. Nice. Goyf gets petty thefted like 100% of the time, so I think I'm just gonna Croxa. And petty theft. Come on, third land. They just top deck Rhinos. Deal. Deal. Also deal. Part of me wants to just get down Fable. Just like give me most possible draws at getting back Croxa ASAP. But on the flip side, just like getting down Tarmogoyf is pretty good. This game, Titan heavy meta. Would you feel more confident running Jund or your latest Sultai shell? Well, I wouldn't consider myself confident running Sultai at all until I like narrow down that deck list a little bit more. You're just not fabling here. Get back, Croxa. Master 2 Bolt kind of kills 2 Rhinos. Worst case scenario, it does. It does. I'm not like too terribly afraid of the Rhinos at the moment because Goyf outgrows them. I more just want to like get bodies on board and get these bounce effects out of the way so they don't just have like Rhinos bounce your dude attack in. That's a pretty nice turn of events for us. That's also pretty nice. Let's get another card out of hand. Yep. See what they're drawing into. Force. Let's go copy Bowmaster, ping, and bolt a Rhino. Then I think just play a Tarmogoyf. Unless I want to terminate the Rhino and attack. That's probably fine too. Get some cards in the yard, get closer to escaping Croxa again. Nice. No taxes though, and I could have. Didn't think it really mattered that much, but yeah, I could have. So we've got EE, maybe Veil, but it's not the most thrilling thing in the world. Maybe Battle Rage, since we got Souls of the Lost. I just do something like that. They showed a whole bunch of Brazen Borrowers, so that does make me more interested in Veil of Summer. But yeah, the attack with the token was free, so. Veil does hose ice. So ice, petty theft, force of negation on like a EE or something. Maybe if Veil's got more game against them than I give it credit for. Tidebinder. Would it stop Tidebinder? Because Tidebinder's targeting the ability, and Veil gives you and permanents you control protection from blue and black, or hexproof and protection. Hexproof. Yeah, hexproof. I don't think it would stop Tidebinder, would it? Unless an ability of a permanent you control, it counts as the permanent you control. Weird. Can't keep up with all this. Keep it. We got Souls of the Lost. We got Thought Seizes. We're in revealed. The ability origin matters. Interesting. Interesting. The Oven Bro, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. Speaking of follows, if I'm correct, oh my God, we did it. Somewhere over the course of the stream, we hit the 1,000 subscribers. Yes, goal achieved. Goal achieved. Y'all are awesome. So now we got to start planning our 12-hour stream. It's going to be a little bit all over the place. It's actually going to be a lot of bit all over the place. I'm taking a violent outburst. Get wrecked. Instead of a 12-hour stream, you should do a 13-hour stream. Oh, 13-hour stream. I'm down. I'm so down. We got to come up with like all of our shadow lists we're going to be streaming. And that's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a lot of them. Yo, dude, if you remember me, Vinny. Dude, yes, Vinny, Startville. What you been up to? How's life? Didn't even know you streamed and made content. Somehow I got tricked into it, and we've been here ever since. So let's ease away the petty theft, because I don't want him to have that. We'll figure out the Souls of the Lost next turn. Double ice. Dead and gone. Alright. Pass with Veil. Just working and playing when I can. That's living the dream as far as I'm concerned. The Oracle language and hexproof is you and they can't be the targets of blue or black spells or abilities your opponents control. Oracle language and hexproof is and they can't be the targets of blue or black. Fair enough. Grew up in Stark Vegas, graduated from MSU in 1994. Well, I did my grad school work in Stark Vegas. Little bulldog shot glass for everybody at home. Ale state indeed. Which department? Psychology. Good old Magruder. Spent way more time there than I care to admit. I was born in 95, you old fucks. I was born in 89, so it's not like crazy off. Am I ice or Veil of Summering this ice? I think I am. Cut them off a draw. I can still get my Souls of the Lost down. Gone. No ice for you. No ice for you. Ooh, Croxa. I do like me some Croxa. And I like it even better because we can Souls of the Lost and ditch it. Value. I'll seriously donate for you to play Shadow Beans for a league. Like, I just want to see it. Fine. You've worn me down enough. I can only do so much here. Vinny, I saw the YouTube sub as well. We're now up to 1,001. Now that we've hit the 1,000 goal, we're going to have as Dogfish suggested, a 13-hour shadow stream. 13 hour. And I'm going to need community help coming up with like all sorts of shadow variations to run for it. Because we're just going to do shadow showcase. Like run through as many stupid options as we can. See what happens. I got to save up some play points. I feel like a woman. What? Or just grinding me mentally into the ground until you get to see Shadow Beanstalk. That's kind of offensive. Put my shot glass back. Ooh. The Vax is hitting me. I thought Mike was on the phone, but my phone was just muted. I don't think it was me to blame on this one. All right, we're gonna ice my Souls of the Lost. You want to dead and gone this? You want to grow my Souls of the Lost? Yes. This is so fun. Maybe we find a fetch land and we get to like hit them for 4 and play a Goyf. What is this? What are you tapping green for? Fable would have been nice before. Oh well. What do we... Oh, Dismember? Not a real magic card. Get out of here. Dismember. Hammer Time Shadow. Ooh, black-white Hammer Time Shadow. What could be better than a 13-13 if you make it a 23-23? All right, let's get back Croaks. Right. Red. Sorcery, land, creature, land, instant, done. You've got nothing. Certainly not a mystical dispute. All right, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Could have been subtlety. Subtlety would have sucked. How's the Souls working? Would have been better if it didn't get dismembered, but we take the good with the bad. What is this? All right, we're just tapping correctly for or incorrectly for Violent Outburst. I don't know why they didn't wait for me to attack and then cast that. All right, no tap effect, no bounce, no tap, no bounce, no tap, no bounce, no tap, no bounce, no tap. Pass it on back. You drew a Lorien revealed. You can't believe it. Oh my god. I can't cast this. Ah! 100% drew a Lorien revealed. Calling it. Souls have been pretty okay. I mean, we played one against Scam and it's just like a 6-7 or something and hit our opponent in the face. Hard to complain about that. And it's great. Sneep it. Sneep it up. Gosh. That's fine. Meant to play Catacombs. We'll figure it out from here. Uh-oh. Eldrazi Temple? Get all up out of here. What year is it? It's the year that I cried because my opponent played Eldrazi Temple. Well, on the bright side, we're better against Eldrazi Temple than, like, Grix's Shadow is. Oh, my. All right, that's terrifying, first off. Saga? I'm afraid. First I was afraid, then I was petrified. I'm just hoping that I don't die. What a rollout of lands, though. Am I right? All right, so we are going to fetch and shock. Bowmaster to ping the Thought Knot. Lightning Bolt to finish it off. They get to take something, but hey, we've got stuff. I assume they take the Shadow. A Mishra's Bauble lets us get back Kroxa. Tarmogoyf would be an excellent draw. Has Decklist not showing up? See what's wrong with Stream Decker. Like, I say it every time. Stream Decker just randomly leaves the chat sometimes. And it's like, I'm not pulling Decklist for you. Looks like it's not joining anyway. Well, then I'll just drop the link in chat. Bam. And Stream Decker. I'm out of here. Another Bowmaster. You like the new Black Goblin? Stalactite Stalker? No. We played it yesterday and it was awful. Awful. Like, looked so bad. Just getting a map. No, it's getting main deck Relic of Progenitus. What an Eldrazi Tron card to play. Look at me and my Relic of Progenitus. Look at me and my second Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah. You totally said it was gas multiple times. You might not believe it, but I believe it. It'll look like the man when it's in the dump. It's not going to be in the dump. Okay. Let's add Gigantha. Cry when our opponent plays a Reality Smasher. Oh, we can't counter it. This is like just straight out of 2017. This is fantastic. I wish I could say I was being sarcastic, but I'm not. This is just... No longer out of 2017. No longer out of 2017. Opponent, I hate you. Hate everything you stand for. Horrible person. Why can't we just have good games of Magic? Why? Why are we one ringing? I reiterate my sentiment that the One Ring is not only just like a crutch for Magic, but it gets so much worse because you have people rallying behind it. Like, oh, it's fine. It's healthy. It's good for the format. It revitalizes dead archetypes. Nobody wanted Eldrazi Tron back. Nobody called for Eldrazi Tron to be good again. It's never happened. It's never going to happen. Let the deck die. Let the poor Eldrazi Tron players rest in peace. Someone call an ambulance, but not for me. Bruh. The fuck is this? We're just animating One Rings out here. Ha! Justice! Justice! Worth it. So worth it. Okay. Whew. Breathe. Breathe. Got oofs and tear asunders and probably want terminate. Let's see. As soon as this game's over, Kyomo, remind me and I'll go get a bottle of water or something so I can redeem the hydrate. I don't have anything on me at the moment. Well, I take that back. I've got a room temperature Sprite. Apparently there's like a tropical mix Sprite going around. I wanted to try it out, so I got one of those. But I'm going to get some ice for it at some point. Okay, trim some bolts. Trim a Croxa. We trim some heats too, because I'm bringing in terminates. We'll just go like this. What's that? I only know about OG Sprite. Yeah, it's like tropical mix Sprite. Tropical mix. I have no idea what it tastes like, but I saw it in a gas station. It was like, why not? So we'll give it a shot. Do my best Keith Lee impression after this. Like, give it a shot. Rate it 1 through 10. Better not skip your story time. Oh, you do have a story time redemption. Okay. Good story. Good story. Good story. That one's probably... I don't like reusing stories, but there's probably a bunch that people on the channel like haven't heard before. So, because the last time we like really got into story time was a while back. Have you heard the Kefnet story? Kefnet the Mindful. MTG Kefnet the Mindful. Images Kefnet. All right. So I'll let Kefnet the Mindful soak in real quick. 2 and a blue, 5/5, flying, indestructible, can't attack or block unless you have 7 or more cards in your hand. 3 and a blue, draw a card, then you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. Pretty straightforward. We all recognize the beauty that is Kefnet. So I'm getting ready to play at a modern RCQ. I'm playing Grixis, and I'm looking for some other card to run. I've got like an open spot in my sideboard. My that binder over there. No. So I got an extra spot in my sideboard. I'm looking for something to run, and I want something for Jeskai Control. That's like one of the decks that's really popular at this moment. Expecting to see it at least a couple times in this tournament. Talking like Supreme Verdicts and Bolts and Snapcaster, Lightning Helix, all that kind of stuff. Gideon, blah, 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 blah. So I want something for that deck. And I'm going around trying to figure out what I'm going to play. And one of the guys that I'm there with is like, hey, what about Kefnet? I'm like, that sounds stupid. And he goes, well, the store has got an Invocation Kefnet. One of the Amonkhet invocations. I don't know why it won't let me go back. One of the Amonkhet invocation Kefnets. And he's like, if I buy you this invocation Kefnet, which I'm pretty sure hasn't changed in price in like 7 years. He's like, if I buy this invocation Kefnet, will you run it in the sideboard? Okay, well, I'm a sucker for doing things just because somebody says, oh, you won't do it. So I'm like, yeah, you buy me this Kefnet, I'll play it in the sideboard. And I do. That Kefnet ended up winning me like 3 matches over the course of this PPTQ. I beat Mono Red Skred with it, because they couldn't kill it with a Bolt or a Skred or anything like that. I beat Jeskai Control with it because I played it out on turn 3, sat there behind it, eventually drew up to 7 cards, killed my opponent. He died with like Bolt, Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, Lightning Helix in hand, couldn't kill the Kefnet. And I beat... I think I beat a Grixis Shadow Mirror match with it because he couldn't get Kefnet off the board. So my buddy like signed the sleeve I have the Kefnet in, and I've got it in my binder somewhere, just this Invocation Kefnet with a signed sleeve on it. And I will never get rid of it because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Days of when exile spells weren't relevant. Well, Path to Exile was a card, just like nobody was playing it for whatever reason. They're like, we don't need that. That sounds horrible. Okay. What do we think about... I could Souls of the Lost ditch Fable, and Goyf outgrows the Thought-Knot Seer, as well as giving me a Souls of the Lost. It's a 4/5 and outgrows the Thought-Knot Seer. I could attack in, trade Goyf and Bolt for Thought-Knot. I could just play Fable. They can go get a relic off of Urza's Saga, so I'm a little hesitant to just play Fable. Or hesitant to play Souls. So I think I am going to get a basic Swamp and just play Fable. Why is my Verdant Catacombs a Thought-Knot Seer? We see this, right? What? Hold on. Gonna crack my Verdant Cataseer. Oh, man. Moto, don't ever change. If you ever use Thought Not to fetch land, I have now. I have now. This is why I'm your favorite streamer, because Moto messes up and Thought Knot turns into a fetch land. Imagine fetching a land and your opponent gets to exile a card from her hand. Oof. No! Hmm. I think I'm just gonna go Bowmaster, Meyer. Back in, see if we can like get the trade. Oh, you coward. Hey, Lukey, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome Friday. Abel numero dos. So I could just like play Souls, ditch something. I don't want to discard. I want to sack a permanent. Maybe just like sack the swamp. No, sack the mountain. Keep the swamp in case I find Blood Moon. Yeah, but if they get Relic, they're not getting like a map to get Tron online. So that's kind of cool. Not the worst thing in the world. Opponent clearly doesn't want to listen to my ideas. All right, so they're going to Karn and go get an Ensnaring Bridge. And we're going to top deck a Terra Sunder. You ready for it? Or they're going to Karn and tick up on their own construct. I don't even think you can do. But they do tick up. Interesting. Also interesting. So I'm going to keep both of these. Flip Fable. Bowmaster is going to ping down the construct token. Am I just attacking everything at them? Or do I need to kill the Karn? Just smell all his dust. Could be. I don't think I can beat all his dust regardless. Hmm. Like if I attack all at them, they could just block a shaman. We're going for face. This. Warping Whale to create a 1/1. Two to the face. Kill off the Thought Knot. They go. Soon we get something pretty crazy off Karn. I was wondering even that good. Do still just have Bowmaster. What the fuck's a Forsaken Monument? Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, add an additional colorless. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. That's a lot of text. Ding. Also a lot of mana. All right. So I can go to my instep and copy Bowmaster if I just want Bowmasters. Not like the most exciting thing in the world. We'll attack in with our token, get an extra treasure. Wait, I can attack Karn. Forgot about that. Oh, snap. I do want Bowmaster for ring, but if I tap Reflection, copy Bowmaster on my instep, then I get double Bowmaster through their turn. And if they pass back to my turn and go to activate ring, I can just copy Bowmaster again. So I don't think there's a big like downside to doing it into turn. Because if I go to their turn, then I have to play the awkward like cat and mouse chicken game. I can just ping whatever. It's fine. Go to their turn. Get my Bowmaster through their turn. Boop. 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 All right. Show me big, dumb, stupid thing. I hate this card so incredibly much. So incredibly much. All right. Walking Ballista for 4. Yep. Oh, it's cheaper because of the monument. No, that doesn't make it cheaper. It just makes extra mana. So yeah. All right. Reflections are dead. Bowmaster dead. We got to attack at Karn. Well, Ragavan, because why not? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 4 counters on Walking Ballista. Sure. We have to think about All Is Dust. I literally cannot beat All Is Dust. Like, they have a One Ring and a Forsaken Monument. So I'm not even like putting All Is Dust on my mind because I cannot do anything about it. Alice of the Void is fine. Like, my out is that they have just whiffed off horribly. That Shrink Souls of the Lost. Okay. I'm playing Ragavan might win you the game, honestly, if they just pump Ballista and jam it. I don't think that would... Because, like, if they're going to pump Ballista, it's going to be in a spot where I'm just dead to them pumping Ballista, right? Like, there's no point to go in on Ballista in the hopes that your opponent's dead. Oh, do we have anything we could possibly hit? Let's see, ourself do anything? No. Yeah, like this, there's just not really a reason for them to go all in on Walking Ballista and make an attack when they've got 5,000 mana. I'm showing an inability to interact. They can just like tick this up at any time. Then Arn's gone. They've got a ring. We're going up to 7 cards on turn 9. So gross. Help me, I'm heading to the bar with my girlfriend and her friends. What do you expect me to be able to do for you in that situation? Oh no, I hope you don't have a fantastic time and enjoy the evening. I'll save you from that. Alright, well, it's only a worm coil engine. Actually, we'll just go ahead and scoop this up. Go to game 3 to save some time. We are down to 8 minutes. I want Croxa, because like a quick Croxa can definitely steal a game. Maybe I just trim on like Bowmasters. Look like a Chad Daddy either way. Is that the technical term? Okay. Hard time passing up on Goyf, Blood Moon. Joining the challenge with this list. I haven't decided yet. It kind of depends. If the challenge is all 4-color Omnath, I don't want to go anywhere near this list. But if it's all scam, I feel pretty good. So if it's Eldrazi Tron, I'm split 50-50. Aha. Decent amount of 4-color, but it's not doing that well. Challengers are a ton of scam. Well, I believe that. Chalice of the Void on 1. You cannot activate the activated abilities of that Chalice of the Void on one. Ha 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 ha. Got him. Oh. Fortunately, that's not an activated ability. But I am going to play the Ragavan into the Chalice to get the Goyf a little bigger. Pass back. Okay. You Here's a Blood Moon. You have a Dismember. Gross. Gross. Well, on the bright side, they did spend an extra turn or two doing that. If they have Waste, Thought Not for my Battle Rage. Eldrazi Tron, I hate you so much. Why doth thou do this to me? Second Thought Not Seer. One ring. Alright, Chalice on 2 is fine. I don't care about that. There's no way you make this attack. That would grow the Goyf to 5. Growing it to 5 doesn't really matter. You got nothing. Is this the Cascade 5? Oh my god, I had this in a draft pool. Or a sealed pool. It was insane. Get a Warping Whale. That they can cast through a Chalice because it can't be countered because of Chimil, whatever the name is. Okay. Double attack in. They've got a chump. Go. You did not find a one ring. Okay. Karn is more acceptable. Hold the Magus in case he all is dust. Well, they'd have to have land all is dust as their last two cards. And I think I'm okay with just like making them have it. And like, if they do have land all is dust, then they just go like Chameel into turn, get something else, untap with everything. This Chameel flips into something. Expedition map on one, deal. Can't tell you the last time I saw Tron in leagues. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I thought that opponent had just registered like a 2017 deck list, and then they slam a one ring on me, and then another one ring, and then Chimel. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is, but played Adnals like 10 times. Okay, so the real question is, have you had your opponent sacrifice a Thought Knot Seer to go tutor up a land yet? Because it's a thing. You explain that one to me. A Verdant Cataseer. Please bring up the other window. There we go. Sketchy 7. Sketchy 7 to Unkeepable 6. I don't love it, but it's better because it's got a bobble. New season started, but our points didn't expire right, so you can play the new showcase with them. Yeah, you can. Can indeed. Namo. Is this Mill? Danny G. Denig. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. Merfolk. Could be Merfolk. We're going to find out. Let's just go buyer pass. See if they go to like flash in a Lord. Nope. Vagabond, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Friday as well. All right. I'm going to flash in a Bowmaster. Get some bodies on board. Might not block very well, but I just want to do something with my mana. You have a force of negation. Do not have a force of negation. Cool. Would you like to eat my 1/1 token with a trickster? Would like to eat my 1/1 token with a trickster. Deal. It's tapped. It's out of here. And go for it. Okay. So they attack. Maybe play something. Maybe don't. Who knows? We're going to ditch some Croxas. Discard 2 Croxas. Some value. It really is. Depending on what I draw, I might only discard 1 Croxa. Who knows? I doubt it. Probably discarding both Croxas, but we'll see. No blocks. No blocks, no Lord. Like if the token, the shaman token gets to attack, then I know I have my fourth mana for Croxa. And it's doing a thunk. A big thunk. Deep in the tunk. Spy. Nope. Lord. Ah. The old post-combat Lord. I see you. Member, sure. Removal spell would be hot. Money, 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 money. Money. Okay. Let's see what's on top of our library. Another Tarmogoyf. I don't particularly care for another Tarmogoyf. I don't think that's doing a lot for me. So I think I'm just going to kind of want to escape. I also kind of want to just like Goyf, terminate the Lord. Good dash and play Goyf. But I kind of want this Lord off the board. So in case they do have just like, not spreading seas, the 1 mana dude, make an island, and then like second Lord, they can't attack in for a huge chunk. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Probably supposed to play the land first in case of spell pierce. Well. I can just like get another mountain, play Goyf. Say go. Perfect doesn't play Spell Pierce. We also thought we wouldn't play against Eldrazi Tron today, so I'm not believing anything out there anymore. Second Dismember. See? Souls of the Lost. Why leagues are just noise. Really is. Like, league results do not matter in the slightest. Every time somebody comes out and they're like, oh, I trophied X amount of leagues, probably means nothing. All right. Let us escape Croxa. Get this last card out of hand. Red, black. Artifact, land. They've got instant creature. Other Croxa. Sure. Land is fine because I can sack a land of Souls of the Lost. Odawara out of hand. Heals 3. Now, Croxa is on chump block duty. Like, they have to chump block Croxa. Challenging bigger events give you a better picture of the meta. They do. No argument there whatsoever. Ping you because I can't pay for ward. Throw Croxa in front. They want to go down to 2 and dismember. Deal. Opponents had enough. Souls of the Lost looks good in Crab Vine. Discard Amalgam, then trigger Vine, bring it back. Yeah. That's pretty dope. Say I like that better than a lot of the Souls lines. I have been pretty happy to say that so far in this league, I really don't think the discard has ever like really hurt us. Discard or the sack. I don't think we've got punished by it ever, so that's kind of cool. Table's a little slow. Probably just board out all the Thought Seizes. Just lean on my spot removal. Dale comes in to try to stop, like, what's it called? Merfolk Trickster or the Harbinger of the Tides. So I thought about Wrenn and 6, and kind of the conclusion I came to was it'd be nice to ditch lands and pick them up, but if you're picking up a land every turn, it means that your Souls of the Lost like just isn't growing ever. which could be okay if you're running like Street Wraith and you can get it up to 4, 5, 5, 6, something like that, and then start picking up lands. But any smaller than that, and you either have to like keep the Souls of the Lost a 2-3 or a 3-4, or ignore the Wrenn and the 6. Aether Vial. Roxa does shrink it too. You are correct. Play out Ragavan. Play out Bobble. And see what you got coming off the top. Trickster. All right. Hope you got a one-lander. Nice. Dang. Am I willing to Veil of Summer plus Bolt a Trickster? Or do I want to just like let them Trickster and then trade the Ragavan for it and play a Goyf or something? We 100% Veil of Summering a Dismember. That's not even a question. Yes. Let the hatred flow through your veins. You know what? Tide Shaper. Yeah, I should have let the Veil of Summer resolve first, and then Unholy Heat the Tide Shaper so they couldn't like force a negation it. But at the same time, if they force a negation, give up another blue card, and block the Ragavan, like, I'm pretty happy about that. Never lucky enough to hit an Aether Vial. Manamo. So they got Trickster, Unknown, Manamo. Dude, Vial would have been, hella sweet. I would have loved a Vial there. Dreading Sisu. All right. Where were you earlier? So let's go to combat. Trickster, our Ragavan, sure. And I think I'm just playing Goyf and pass. Seems decent. Another vial is fine. Land. I guess technically we can cast that. That's a plus. Back it in because we're okay trading off bodies. Another trickster to shrink the Goyf. Yep. You got it. Master of the Pearl Trident. We'll just Bowmaster down the one that's blocking Ragavan. Body off the board. Now I need a whiff out of you. 1, 2, maybe 3 whiffs. Just throwing ideas out there. Do anything about that? You have another Lord. We're paused like we got another Lord. It's a pretty good draw. Let's get down Souls, Ditch, Croxa. Another body on board. Playing the violin. Nope. Okay. I wonder if they're playing the new enchantment, like Merfolk enchantment that Merfolk becomes tapped, you make a 1/1, something like that. Mutavault. Okay. Land. Land. And ho. How Souls felt? It's been okay. Wouldn't say it's been crazy by any means, but it's been fine. If I fetch and shock, I deal 7. I can play Tarmogoyf. I'm dead to a second Lord. If I don't fetch and shock, I'm not presenting lethal next turn. I'm not dead to a second Lord. So I think I fetch up a tapped shock land. Deal 7. What is this? This is Violin. Oh, sure. That's fine. Now we've got a 7/8 souls coming at you. I can for sure Unholy Heat the Master. Dead to a Lord, but I was dead to a Lord before anyway. If I didn't play the Goyf. Or if they had something, I was dead to a Lord. Like, Souls has felt like it hasn't really had a downside. It's been pretty mitigated. The body's been pretty good. It can be a little awkward with escaping Croxa. So probably not like the best long-term answer, but it's cool. I think the fact that it's like a reasonable sized body, like at the moment it's a 7/8, and I haven't done anything out of the ordinary to get it there. Like it's just a 7/8. All right, so if they had a Lord, they killed me. I think I just want to like double up. Is there a chance their last card is like what's the draw dude? Let's just block this. Keep the Bowmaster around. The 2-mana draw a card, Merfolk, the 2/1. Spreading Seas doing some work. This game would have been over a while ago if we had hit the third land before Tidebinder, or if there hadn't been a Spreading Seas. Yep. Show me, Lord. Only got about 1 billion of them. Got a block to be able to fetch for Terminate if I find a fetch. Just another Trickster. If this is third Trickster. Three. Spy. Tidebinder. All right. Don't lord me. I remember when Merfolk had like a brief uptick in play when we were playing Scourge of the Skyclaves. And having Scourge just die to a Trickster was miserable. All right. A little more interested in Thoughtseize. Bowmaster even that good if they're not running? They're on Rashad Dockhand. I did see Tidebinder, but it doesn't kill one of those. Or not. Tide Shaper. It's all Tide Shaper, but it doesn't kill a Tide Shaper. Yeah, Croxa does seem pretty rough, but like it single-handedly won game one. Because if you do get to it, they're not doing much to get you off. Not doing much to get you off. But I'm just wondering if it's like better than Bowmaster. Like one croaks over the fourth Bowmaster. Bowmaster kills Master of the Waves. When's the last time we saw a Master of the Waves get cast? Been a hot minute. Doesn't kill a Master of Waves with a Lord, though. We take Thoughtseize into Goy for the removal spells. Last I checked. Want to take bets on whether or not there's an Aether Vial on top of their library? Tidebinder. Sure. I want to just take Subtlety to make sure I get down Goyf next turn. Or I could take Dock Hand, and then if they want a Subtlety, they have to give away a second threat. All right. Anyone docking in chat? This is a PG-13 chat. Thank you very much. Island Dockhand. We'll go Stomping Ground Goyf. Cavern of Souls. You gonna Dockhand me, or are you gonna play a Lord? Lord it is. All right. See if you want to trade with the monkey. Deal. All right. Off to the races. We just hope the races doesn't include like 6 straight Merfolk Tricksters. War down. Nice. Taking it. Taking it like a champ. And get that off the board so they don't get any momentum going. You know what I would love to see is pay 4 life, dismember, pay 4 life, dismember again. That's what I want to see. Violin of Sea and Sky. Vial, or is this a tide shaper? I mean, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if they got nothing. But they got subtlety, so they could have subtlety plus blue card and stay alive, but they're not going to, so. Exacxies. 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 Boop. Nice. Cool little 4-1 there. Can't complain about that. Only loss was to that scam opponent in round 2, but we beat scam round 1. Beat Merfolk. Beat... What else? Beat Rhinos. And we beat Eldrazi Tron. So, solid. Souls of the Lost. Cool. Probably needs a more dedicated shell. Like, where you aren't competing with other cards that are winning you games. I'm not playing Souls of the Lost. Questing Druid, I know, is one that's gotten a lot of hype recently. I haven't been huge on Questing Druid because I do think that it's kind of like a win more card. But at the same time, if you're expecting to run into just a whole bunch of scam, then it's probably worth it. Because if you just turn like that popular matchup into like unlosable, then that's pretty solid. So I could see swapping out the souls for 3 questing druids and being not too upset with it. Sideboard. Not really much I want to change up. Like Living End's a horrible matchup, but I don't want to go overkill on that one. I could find room for like 2 copies of the Autumnal Gloom in this list as well. Maybe over a Veil and over like a Back to Nature, something like that. Collector Oof, even though it nombos with like Bobble and EE, has been an all-star against Tron, as well as Hardened Scales, random artifact decks that you happen to run into. So I'm on board with keeping it around. But yeah, I think the next league I try out Jund, I'll try dropping the 3 Souls of the Lost and just going with 3 Questing Druids again. But I really found, like, Questing Druid again wasn't bad. It just didn't really feel like it was helping the bad matchups. It was just making the good matchups better, which I'm not a huge fan of. But to each their own. Let's see. We're seeing. Are there any other changes that I would make? Probably not. Like I'm actually really happy with the main outside of like the test slots that I don't really know about yet. But everything else in the main just kind of like wins games.